Welcome to AMB Sensors IBM instruction video. Our intelligent battery monitoring system is designed for low power operation of the sensor. It comes as a standalone item, as a battery with the IBM, which can easily plugged into the sensor, and it can be easily added to a battery extender. Here we show the front face of the IBM, where you have connections to the sensor, a battery extender if it's been added, and a pressure release valve for the chamber. When you get your dual battery pack, it will look like this. We have the IBM on the bottom and the spare battery pack on the top. To remove the lid, simply pull the cord and then simply remove the lid from the housing. You'll note there's no O-rings installed on the housing when it's delivered to you. These O-rings for both the extender and the IBM battery packs are within one of the containers. There'll be 4 O-rings and a packet of grease for easy installation of the O-rings. In your extender pack, you'll simply have a simple cable which can be plugged into your battery using the yellow connector. Install the battery onto the yellow connector, carefully place the battery inside the housing, ensuring the cable is not caught as you place the housing back in. Please note before closing that you've put the O-rings in place. O-ring installation will be shown on a later part of the video. Align the lid with the cap as shown here. To ensure the cap will not be removed, place the cord back into the chamber as shown. Again, please ensure the O-rings are installed before deployment. For the IBM system itself, to remove the lid, remove the cord and carefully remove the lid from the system. In the IBM, you'll have the PCB electronics at the top and the yellow cable be plugged into the battery. The yellow cap is where you plug in the battery. This connector here is for debugging and connecting the IBM to a computer system, should you require to. The 2 PCBs shown at the top. All data from the sensor during deployment is saved on the internal SD card at the IBM. This can be easily retrieved as shown here by pulling the SD card out and plugging that into a computer and easily reinstalled as shown. Again, all data is saved on the IBM from the sensor during a deployment. Once you've downloaded and installed SD card formatter, insert the SD card and select overwrite format. Click yes and allow the formatting to begin. Now we've reached 100%, you can close the formatter program and place the SD card back in the section. First, before installing the battery, install the O-rings. This is shown here. Place the O-rings around the electronics equipment and into the 2 O-ring grooves. There's 2 O-rings to install for each battery pack, and that's just shown here. Please ensure you do this with your spare battery pack as well as the IBM. If you have better ways of installing the O-rings, please do so. Once the O-rings are installed, apply some grease to ensure that you get an airtight seal to the battery pack housing. Again, there's better ways probably to apply grease to your O-rings. This can be done more thoroughly in deployment, ensuring a smooth layer of grease around the whole O-ring seals. Once the O-ring is installed, connect the battery up on the yellow connector shown here. Prior to connecting the sensor to your battery pack, the sensor needs to be configured. This can be done via the AMB Utils program, where the sensor is connected via a DTU to the computer. Open up AMB Utils, follow the instructions on the website to the menu functions, where you can set the sensor start delay and interval measurement times. Once the battery has been plugged into the sensor information will be loaded to the battery pack. Any start delays will be held on the battery pack. As soon as connection is made, the time begins. After 20 seconds, the battery pack will beep. The sensor will then beep, showing connection and power. And the IBM will beep again, showing confirmation that the sensor has been connected. Make sure the wire goes between the holes. What we recommend is you cable tie the connectors for the battery on the back of the battery together for ease of installation. Slide the IBM back into the housing, ensuring no wires are caught on the installation. We recommend doing this horizontal in the first instance for cable coiling from the battery to the electronics boards. Lining up the two parts, and then just apply a gentle amount of pressure to close it and reinstall the cable cord, ensuring you get tight closure of the battery pack and lid. And now the sensor and battery packs are ready for deployment.